Welcome back to the channel. Today's word, Babs, B-A-B-S, in a throw up style. All right, so let's get a marker. Let's do this in real time. You guys can see how I organically come up with a throw up. Okay. Cream color. Can we see the cream? I guess we can see it a little bit. Or should I use something darker so you guys can see better? Green. Is that too dark? All right, it's like a pink. Purple. Okay, that works. All right, Babs, we've got two B's, one A, and an S. When I start to do a throw up, I start to think of the general, like how, like, which, all right, we're gonna use this as a scrap paper real quick. Do I want, like, I gotta think of like where letters are gonna terminate. How things are gonna look. This is just for fun. We're not doing anything right now. This is just my thought process. Do I want the B's to look the same? Do I want them looking different? Do I want all of the letter to kind of have a flare to it, right? Like if I'm gonna do a flare on one, do I want it on all of them? So that kind of looks cool, right? But I think we could elaborate on it a little bit. So let me just move this paper to the side and get a clean piece of paper. So Babs, we can actually kind of trace it underneath it, but I mean, it's a simple I guess let's just quickly do a throw up and see what happens. But I kind of want it to come up higher. Like, I don't want the sharp point to be the highest point. I want my roundest point to be the highest point. And then I kind of want it to be below. Okay. Okay. Actually, I don't want to see what's underneath this. That's bothering me. Okay. So I could do this. There's a B. And let's overlap each letter, see what happens. See this kind of B-A. I'm trying to match the lower section. See how it looks almost like a circle? And then we'll do the B again. And then we'll do an S. Similar. So see how they all kind of come up and terminate, like up and down, up and down? I want to try and do that for each letter. So now all the uppers look the same, all the lowers look the same. Although this line comes straight up, so I'm probably gonna do straight up, and then there. All right, simple enough. So now we need to figure out how we want the inside of the B-A-B to look. And then we'll clean this thing up. But this is how I would start like a throw up. Like, do we want just a straight line in the middle? Do we want circles in the middle? Kind of feel like maybe a circle or square would look kind of cool. All right, so let's look how it would look with a line, right? And it actually doesn't look bad. Real simple. Then you can look at how it looks with the circle. Looks like shit. All right, so I kind of like how it looks with a line better. So we can actually put some emphasis on the line, make them a lot bigger. I feel like that's how most throw ups are gonna look like anyhow. All right, so put this paper to the side. Get a new paper. Or no, I guess we can finish this one off. This one's good enough. So now I would come back and clean the lines up. Like, where do I actually want the lines to be? Like, are my lines good? Do I want to change the placement of them a little bit? And remember, we're gonna have just a big old dot right, or a line right there. The B, bring it a little bit lower. Okay. A, I don't mind it. Looks kind of cool. I kind of not vibing with this little section right here of the A, so let's see what it looks like without it. And this is just a matter of personal preference. Like, I just didn't like how that looked. It doesn't, if you guys like how it looked, keep it. This is just how I would come up with a throw up. Okay, we got our B looking good. Our S, I feel like it got a little high from us, a little high. So we're gonna bring it a little bit lower. And we're gonna cut back in just a little bit to kind of match these letters, how they come in. Up there, around there, and there. Okay. BABS, that's our throw up. That's it. So now I'm gonna take my marker and I'm gonna fill it in like I would a throw up. So this is start to finish of how I would come up with a throw up, guys. Some of you guys have asked for this. You're like, hey, show us what it looks like start to finish. Oh, here it is. Running out of this magenta purple. Sounds like a bird. But I'm gonna say already it's gonna be a cool little throw up once it's done. I know it kind of looks a little shitty right now, but all throw ups look shitty. That's why they're called throw ups. Wow, this squeaking is pissing me off. That squeaking pissed me the fuck off right now. All right, let's get I guess we got our Sharpie. We get to start using the Sharpie more. All right, so let's take our time on this this outline. Normally a throw up is really fast. I'm gonna slow it down, making my throw up look pretty good. let's do all the outlines first, and then we'll come back and do our lines on the inside. Okay, looking cool. Remember, I have an overlap of my letters, so wherever my letters overlap, I make sure they overlap. I also think we're gonna have a really thick shadow on these. So remember, I got rid of our little notch right there. So disregard that and bring the A around, over, and up. Okay. Thicken up the lines. You don't have to thicken up the lines. I thicken up my lines because it makes it easier for you guys to see what I'm doing. I also realize that most graffiti is going to be done from a distance, and you're going to want to see what it looks like from a distance. Like, you want to be able to read it. Okay, now we're working on the second B. Babs. And some of you guys may say this looks toy, which I may agree with. I suck. This isn't a me trying to impress you contest. I'm trying to better myself. The only competition is myself. And that's how it should be for everybody. Because all of us are going to be at a different skill level. And, you know, someone's going to have much better talent than another. It's just how it's always going to be. BAB, I mean, so far it's looking good. Toy or not, it's looking, it kind of looks like I know what I'm doing. Okay, now we're working on the S. Remember, I cut it back just a little bit. Cut it back just a little bit so it's a little lower. And then we're going to come up here. Come over. Okay. So far, so good. And then we bring our S in here. Bam. Okay. S is looking good. Come in with our lines. Remember, we're gonna exaggerate the lines a little bit, or emphasize the lines a little bit fatter in areas. Cool. All right, now let's add our shadow. I was gonna do a different direction shadow, but because I messed up right there, now we have to go to the right. So let's just go to the right. And I think I'm gonna overlap my shadow because for some reason it just looks better. Overlap my letters. You don't have to do this. This is just a personal preference. Well, this is kind of a cool start to finish of a throw up. You guys get to see how I come up with my throw up letters. Everyone's gonna have a different method. This is just my method. But you guys got to see how I tweak things and modified things so they look how I want them to look. Like pretty much got rid of this little imperfection right there where the original A had a little bulge. I guess we get to call it a bulge. I like throw up letters, they're fun. They always look a little different. And there we go. Like that. So Babs, B-A-B-S. It's kind of a fun name. Well, fun for a throw up style because it looks pretty consistent. It looks pretty cool. All the letters flow really well. We got some consistent height, width, style. Okay, Babs. All right, let's break these letters down since we're pretty much done. Okay, so you saw how we started off each the throw up. We started off here, came to a point, made it round, swooped over. Got my A, swooped over, B, swooped over, S, swooped over. So we kept all of this lower portion kind of looking like an egg, right? Like all of these lower letters look like an egg. All of the upper letters have a point and a swoop. Point, swoop, point, swoop, point, swoop. So we have some consistency. I did not like how it looked with a round circle for the fill. Not the fill, but the portions of the open portion. So we decided to go with a line, just a simple flared line. And that's it. So the idea was to keep the upper portion of the letter fatter than the lower portion. I think it came out pretty good. Our shadows are going to the right. Our shadows are overlapping each other, which adds another layer of depth. And you know what? We can actually outline this too. So a simple 2-color throw up is all you're gonna need. Like 2 colors for a throw up. We're gonna do some drips. I like this one. Usually when I do throw up letters, I like them because they just look fun. All right, Babs. Let's give this one an A. A minus. I like this one. All right, hopefully you guys learned some. Appreciate you guys following along, and I will see you on the next one.